In a vibrant forest surrounded by towering mountains, lived a small bluebird named Azure. Unlike the other birds, the bluebird wasn't content with a simple life. He had a dream, to fly higher than anyone had ever dared and to see what lay beyond the mountains. But the bluebird was terrified of heights. Every day, the bluebird perched on the highest branch of the tallest tree, gazing at the sky. The other birds teased him, but the bluebird didn't mind. He knew he was meant for something more. One day, the bluebird noticed a strange light shimmering in the distance, beyond the mountains. His heart raced. Was this the sign he had been waiting for? Determined to find out, the bluebird decided to fly to that distant light. But as he spread his wings, a gust of wind reminded him of his fear. He hesitated, whispering, "Maybe tomorrow." That night, the bluebird couldn't sleep. The thought of the golden light consumed him. "I have to go," he finally decided. At dawn, the bluebird took a deep breath and launched himself into the sky. His wings wobbled, but he forced himself to keep going. Higher and higher he climbed until the forest below was a blur, and the mountains loomed ahead. As the bluebird reached the peaks, a storm suddenly erupted. Thunder rumbled, lightning streaked across the sky, and the wind howled. Fear gripped him, and he almost turned back. But he remembered the golden light and refused to give up. Fighting against the storm, the bluebird pushed forward. Just when he thought he couldn't go on, the storm cleared, revealing a calm sky on the other side. In a hidden valley was the source of the light, a massive tree with leaves of pure gold. Amazed, the bluebird flew down to the tree. As he landed on one of its golden branches, a deep, wise voice echoed through the valley. "Welcome, brave one," the voice said. The bluebird realized the voice was coming from the tree itself. "I am the tree of dreams," it continued. "You, bluebird, are the first to find me." The bluebird was stunned. "But I'm just a little bluebird. How could I find something so amazing?" The tree chuckled. "It wasn't your size or strength that brought you here, but your heart. You conquered your fear and followed your dreams." As the bluebird basked in the tree's words, his wings felt stronger, his heart lighter. The tree was giving him the courage to fly without fear, to explore the world with confidence. But just as the bluebird was about to thank the tree, a shadow fell over the valley. A large hawk swooped down, its eyes gleaming with greed. "This treasure will be mine," the hawk screeched, diving toward the tree. Without thinking, the bluebird leaped into action, flapping his wings to block the hawk's path. "Leave the tree alone," he cried. The hawk sneered. "Out of my way, or I'll crush you." But the bluebird stood his ground. "You'll have to go through me first." The hawk lunged, but the bluebird dodged, leading the hawk away from the tree. After a tense chase, the bluebird led the hawk into a narrow crevice in the mountain. With a quick maneuver, he zipped through the gap, but the hawk, too large to fit, slammed into the rocks and tumbled down. Defeated, exhausted but victorious, the bluebird returned to the tree. "You have done well," the tree said. "For your bravery, I grant you a wish." The bluebird smiled. "I wish for every bird to have the courage to follow their dreams, just like I did." The tree's light pulsed warmly. "A noble wish. It shall be done." From that day on, every bird in the forest found the courage to follow their dreams, inspired by the tale of the brave bluebird who discovered that the greatest treasure is the courage to follow your heart.